Welcome to another edition of The Source Live. I'm with Craig Dobler from Field Fresh Farms out here in Hollister, California. Hey, tell us where we are and what Field Fresh Farms is all about.
Well, Field Fresh Farms, vertically integrated company. We're fourth generation right now coming into the business, and right now we're standing on a ranch in Hollister, planting in between the rains. It's been dumping down on us quite a bit, and so we're doing what we can to get in. Yesterday it would be tough to get on the ranch here, and we got planting by the afternoon yesterday, and this will be a full mix here of all the baby leaf, lettuces, greens, arugula, chards, everything that goes into a mix. And like I said, kind of battling that wintertime, early spring right now, trying to get in and get done what we can in between the rains.
So you're a third generation farmer, Craig, and you guys have learned to watch the weather and to follow the weather. Tell us what you're growing right now and how you make the decisions that you do during this time when it's kind of a transitioning.
Yeah, it's a tough time. I mean, it's you pray for the rain, you want the rain, you wish you could dictate when it comes and when it doesn't, get in between, but you do what you can. We've got a lot of different areas, so yeah, the last handful of weeks here, we're looking at planting schedules, knowing that things are creeping up and getting tighter schedules. Sometimes this time of year with being longer days between planting and harvest, a day, 2, 3, 4 here and there doesn't really matter. It'll all come within a half a day or a day when it's harvest time, so it's not as key. The later it gets, the warmer it gets, and you start getting rains in between, it's tougher. Those planting dates on that date dictate when that harvest date will really hit. So we're fortunate enough that we have heavier ground, lighter ground in a lot of different areas. We're able to, look around and you like to have it all structured. This time of year when it's raining, you'll go, hey, that drier block I was gonna save for this, but we can get in there and plant the full planting of everything right now and get it in before this rain a day or two later. So we'll do what we gotta do to get by at that point in time to not have a disruption of a supply chain. So yeah, that's what we've kind of been doing the last, as it's raining, my guys are driving around looking, thinking when it does dry up, because it looks like we're gonna have a break in weather, they're thinking ahead, going, where are we gonna go? Yeah. So yesterday morning, you could hardly drive down this road if you didn't have four-wheel drive. Our guys are looking at it going, I think we can do something here by the afternoon.
So you're watching the weather reports, but you're out here in the fields looking and saying, hey, is there a crust? Can I get my tractors out here? Can we?
Correct, yeah, the weather report, I mean, you look at it because obviously it means something, but I mean,
it's all lies.
Exactly. A day or two when you get there, well, a lot of times you can look at it and say, well, they tell you it's gonna rain, so it's gonna be dry. Right. You can, but no, joking aside, yeah, we look at it and we do watch the weather, and then coming out, there's nothing like it. You can say, hey, it rained this much, whatever. Get out and see what you really have out here. And like I say, our guys on the ranch, we know we had a dry spell. Gonna be overcast a little bit. We like to see sun and wind to dry the tops out a little bit, but our guys were looking. Hey, I think by later this morning we can do something. They get the planters set up, they've got the schedules ready, they're jumping around, they start scratching with the tractors, looking in certain areas. We can definitely do something right here. We get in. Now, again, you push it forward a month right now, and everything's perfect and whatever, we might be doing a few different steps to get in. Sure. Right now, when you look at it and say, well, there's rain again, they're talking about a couple showers. You do what you got to do to get it in, and it might not be as pretty as it is when everything's perfect, but you got to do what you got to do.
So at Proact and our distributors, we really pride ourselves with 52 weeks of supply, meaning that those restaurants and food service establishments that we service, they have stuff on their menu, and so therefore we have to make sure that we have good supply. One of the reasons we partner with Field Fresh Farms is you guys have farms that chase that good weather. Talk about where you guys are growing now and how that moves.
Right now we're harvesting in the Holtville area, delivering into Yuma and processing and shipping out of Yuma. We're in the Holtville Central, which is considered more the Imperial Valley. We have a little bit of stuff coming out also in the Yuma area as well, but the predominant spring mix and stuff is all coming out of Imperial. And yes, we chase that weather down there. It's funny you say that, and you go down there, and last time I flew down there, it's raining. So I'm leaving here thinking I should be leaving rainy weather, going to dry, sunny weather down there.
It never cooperates.
No, it doesn't, but that just delays harvest for a day or so. We get right back in. But yeah, we do, I mean, every area has its little different regions, but 3 typical distinct regions we hit are the northern region here, Hollister, San Juan Bautista area, Gilroy, Watsonville, and we do some stuff South County, Greenfield, King City, that area. We do hit Huron on the way down to the southern growing region before Yuma. Hit that on the way down in the fall, and we hit it on the way back up in the spring. That's just been an area that's, some people try and bypass, and they have been able to, doing longer deal up here, a longer deal on the desert, just to kind of bypass it, because it is a headache. You gotta transition to another area. It's, crews moving over there with limited equipment, and then you're moving again. So it's one more transition to transition down south. But it's really fit in. It's been a headache for us on the farming side and stuff, but it really, that non-interruption of supply chain, it's really helped.
Yeah.
Right now, looking at it with the conditions we currently have, there's areas here that guys are calling, are you getting in? Are you getting in? No, we're not here, but Huron I am.
Yeah.
So Huron's looking great right now as a transition from Yuma back to Hollister to the northern growing region. It's looking really good.
Craig, you guys obviously are growing a lot of volatile crops. Those tender leaves have a lot of different possible opportunities for an interruption. Talk about those things and what you guys do to mitigate those potential interruptions.
Yeah, we're on the organic and conventional side both. Obviously organic has its challenges and stuff that the conventional doesn't quite have because you have more materials and stuff available for that. So bug pressure, we're looking at a type of kale right now that we want to grow, and customers have really been pushing. We want this in that mix and we want that blend. And we're just going, on the conventional side, I can do it. It's a low yielder, but I got tools to, combat some of the problems. On the organic side, it's just next to impossible because you just don't have those materials to use on that. The yield's extremely low. You can't get a price point that makes sense. And again, you said interruption with supply chain. That's one of those that you'll be in it for a week and out of it for a week, and people don't want that. So yeah, mildew is the disease nemesis everybody's chasing. I mean, spinach, it keeps breaking that chain, and the next strain of mildews out there, it's tougher and tougher. Again, harder to fight on the organic side because we don't have all the tools we have on the conventional side, but it's never ending. You're planting the next race variety out there for it. Price of seed escalates, so we're trying to go to the market and go, well, the price hasn't gone up, but geez, my costs are getting more expensive. So we constantly battle that, and everybody in the industry does. We're not the only ones.
Have you thought about not doing produce? Maybe doing like Bitcoin or something?
Thought about it, but yeah, I don't know if it's.
But you love this.
There. Yeah, we love it. It's been in our blood. I love it. I've got an ag engineering degree. Love equipment and that side of it, but obviously grew up on the farm doing all that, and we're vertically integrated with all the stuff we're doing nowadays, and I love it. Every day is a different day. Yeah. Some are better than others, but relationships and everything are great.
We're in February. You guys are still growing out in the desert. You're coming through Huron. When do you expect to start harvesting here in this area?
Here we'll probably start by, we'll be in Huron mid-March, and we'll be here probably about the 1st of April.
So the least sexy part of growing is this right here. You have a dirt patch. Tell me what's going on with this right now.
Yeah, this right now, like I say, we're sneaking in between the rains. This is just, you're getting in. You can literally look around here and see where we've kind of scratched with a planter over there and done this. And these beds would normally be mulched. We're scratching the tops, just waiting for the sun to come, a little bit of wind to dry off to be able to get the planter in without having mud stick to the rollers and stuff and pick up the seed that you just dropped in the ground. So yeah, anything you can do to get something in now. And will your yield and stuff affect a little bit? It will, but I mean, it's get in or don't get in. So we obviously, this time of year, it's nothing new. We battle this every year. You almost hope you do. If not, that means you didn't have rain. People always say farmers hope for rain. I said, well, I can farm a lot better when I turn my well on and turn my well off. Yeah, but we want the rain. We need it. We'll work around it, but it is. You're talking about this time of year. It's not a lot of green out here because you're putting it all on the ground right now. Yeah. So yeah, it's cold days.
Hope to be harvesting.
This will be probably early April. Excellent. In here, exactly.
Well, one of the reasons that we partner with you guys, as you know, is because of your commitment to standing out on your front porch, looking at the weather and going, today's the day, and getting us a consistent supply. We're thankful for Field Fresh Farms, your partnership. Craig, thanks for being with us today. If you guys have other questions, reach out to us at ProAct. Thanks for joining us.